Today, we're unraveling a topic that's ignited fierce debates, divided opinions, and sparked a wave of disillusionment across the international K-pop scene. The tangled dynamic between idols, their fandoms, and the intensifying crisis in Palestine. This developing story explores how both the actions and inaction of global stars like BTS's Taehyung and BLACKPINK's Lisa have triggered a wave of outrage, forcing fans across the globe to confront uncomfortable truths. It left many feeling gut-punched, grappling with shattered trust, growing doubt, and tough questions about what it means to do the right thing. It's about accountability, influence, and the moral questions that come with celebrity in a deeply divided world. Let's start with the recent controversy surrounding V's role as the new ambassador for Coca-Cola Korea, a brand that has been thrust into the center of political discussions because of its operations in Israeli settlements on occupied Palestinian land. This isn't just a small branding deal. Coca-Cola, a global giant, has factories and products connected to regions internationally recognized as illegally occupied territories. For many fans and activists, V's association with Coca-Cola sends a problematic message given the boycott, divestment, and sanctions BDS movement calling for companies to stop profiting from such operations. The backlash began almost immediately after the announcement of V's ambassadorship in late July 2025. Fans and activists were quick to note that although Coca-Cola Korea is managed locally by LG Household and Healthcare, its global corporate structure ensures that profits still funnel back to the multinational parent company. Same corporate entities involved in the contested Israeli settlements. This isn't some abstract corporate separation. It's about real-world implications of funding and profiting from a conflict where Palestinians face starvation, displacement, and violence. What makes this even more intense is the context. Gaza is currently classified under Level 5 starvation conditions, with widespread devastation affecting millions of civilians, including children. In that context, watching V publicly endorse or casually celebrate Coca-Cola hits a raw nerve, especially for Palestinians and fans who stand in solidarity with their struggle. Social media blew up with heated arguments. Some fans defended V, claiming he might be unaware or that it's just business. Others were outraged, calling out the idol's apparent disregard for global communities suffering under occupation and siege. Let's compare that with what happened last year with Felix from Stray Kids. While live streaming, Felix unintentionally revealed a Coca-Cola bottle on camera. The reaction was swift and unforgiving, pushing him to apologize on the spot, right in the middle of the live stream. He took ownership, saying he didn't mean to upset anyone and promised to be more mindful. This gesture of accountability stands in stark contrast to V's more silent and unapologetic continuation with Coca-Cola's brand. It highlights why many are frustrated, not just with the brands involved, but with how different idols and agencies handle responsibility differently. The anger isn't isolated to Coca-Cola. Starbucks, another company on the BDS boycott list for similar reasons, has also been a source of controversy in K-pop. Fans remember when V posted a picture of McDonald's fries last year and lost followers very quickly due to that association. Despite this, some still defend him or dismiss these concerns as overblown. The issue isn't just about drinks or food. It represents a larger pattern that many perceive as being tone-deaf or indifferent to the suffering caused by the conflict. Social media reactions have exposed deep divides within fandoms. Some fans aggressively defend their idols regardless of evidence or implications, launching harassment campaigns against anyone criticizing these stars or advocating for Palestine. Innocent Palestinian kids and pro-Palestine fans have reported receiving hateful messages, which exposes a troubling culture of protecting millionaire idols at all costs, even when their influence arguably supports or condones oppressive systems. Conversely, a few K-pop idols have courageously broken their silence in support of Palestine, fully aware of the potential backlash their stance could invite. BM from Card recently made a heartfelt post asking fans to pray for Gaza victims during his birthday. Fatu of Black Swan openly showed support during a live stream, affirming her stance when a fan commented, "Free Palestinians." Suho of EXO and Luna of FX Uni joined. Some artists have gone beyond words, launching fundraising campaigns aimed at supporting Palestinian children. Jay Park, never one to mince words, transformed his Indonesian concert into a rallying cry, igniting the crowd with thunderous chants for Palestinian freedom and turning his stage into a powerful moment of resistance. These acts, small or large, have been celebrated by fans craving basic humanity and moral courage from their idols. Another hot topic is BLACKPINK's Lisa. While Lisa herself didn't publicly state a pro Israel position, her associations have fueled controversy. Her mother reportedly liked a pro Israel comment on social media. And more significantly, Lisa's boyfriend Frederick Arnault belongs to the Arnault family, a wealthy lineage with known Zionist ties and donations to Israeli military efforts. Fans are divided on how to view this relationship, some emphasizing personal freedom, and others seeing it as a problematic alignment that risks normalizing complicity in violence and oppression. Fans who try to defend Lisa by citing her charity closet sale to support children in Gaza often overlook that the proceeds were partly directed to an international group working worldwide, not solely to Gaza relief efforts. This nuance is lost in some fan-driven narratives used to deflect criticism, which ironically undermines genuine calls for accountability. Beyond individual idols, we've seen similar controversies for other groups, like Cat's Eye, whose fandom expressed solidarity with Palestine but whose association with Scooter Braun, a figure linked to Zionism and close to former Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, has drawn criticism. This exemplifies the complex and sometimes contradictory relationships between corporate influencers and artists in K-pop, further complicating fan perceptions and expectations. In Korea itself, public support for Palestine runs deep, influenced by Korea's own history of imperialism and occupation. Korean society generally sympathizes with Palestinian suffering, which adds cultural significance to these controversies. Marches, protests, and strong public showings for Palestine contrast with corporate and celebrity silence or involvement in problematic endorsements, deepening the sense of betrayal for many. At the core, these controversies raise key questions about the responsibility of global idols with massive platforms. Do they have to take political stances? Is silence complicity? Should their endorsement choices reflect global ethics? Fans worldwide say emphatically yes. They demand transparency and accountability. This movement is not about cancel culture. It's about expecting morality and awareness from those who influence millions. Boycotts, calls for divestment, and social media activism have already pressured companies and agencies to reconsider sponsorship deals and public messaging. Army for Palestine, a Palestinian-led faction of BTS fans, has organized protests, fundraising, and boycotts against companies linked to Israeli settlements and pro-Zionist figures in management. What's next? Some companies have committed to more socially responsible practices, but fans warn that real change requires abandoning shallow PR moves and embracing a principled stance on human rights. Meanwhile, fans continue to educate each other, pushing to separate fandom loyalty from blind defense. They urge fellow fans to stand with oppressed peoples rather than perpetuate harm under the guise of fandom. In conclusion, the relationship between K-pop idols and Palestine is more than a PR issue. It's a test of conscience for the entire global community. Idols like V and Lisa occupy influential roles that carry moral weight. The silence or actions of powerful figures ripple far beyond Korea. They impact global perceptions, social justice movements, and the lived realities of millions suffering under conflict. For fans and viewers, the lesson is clear. Fame is not a shield from responsibility. True accountability requires more than words. It demands reflection, a willingness to learn, and the courage to reconsider who we choose to stand behind. Across K-pop fandoms, the push for Palestinian justice is gaining momentum, serving as a bold reminder to both the industry and its worldwide audience that staying silent comes at a cost too great to ignore. Thank you for watching this deep dive. If you found this informative, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Stay tuned for more insightful content where we explore the stories behind the headlines with honesty, compassion, and critical perspective.